Hi Virgos, this is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamolen, Psychic Medium. Welcome to a Timeless Singles Love Reading. Today we're going to ask Spirit, for those of you that are looking for new love, for some clues, some evidence. We're going to use this reading to help you manifest the love that you are worthy of, deserving of. I have some letters, I have some numbers, I have clues, I have personalities, I have some charms. We will get a sentence from Spirit today. So for those of you that are new, welcome. Welcome back to all my Virgos. You can use this as a confirmation if this person has already come into your life. You may see evidence of your person in the reading, but it is designed for my singles looking for love and who's coming into your life, your next serious relationship. Let's start with a handful of charms. Let's get a handful of letters, a handful of numbers. We're going to get these on the table first. Spirit, I am here with my Virgos today. Could you please share with me any messages of guidance that you have for them? I am listening for you now. I have S, the letters S, C, and Q so far. I have the letter R. I have a second letter S. Anytime I have two of something, I always feel like it's a little more important. I have either a 0 or the letter O. I have an N. Okay, it's spelling Ron. Maybe Ron is somebody. I have an H. I have an A. I have an X. I have a second letter S. I have a second letter N. The letter J. I have the letter J. Let's see if I can just get these to scoot over just a hair so we can see them all. I have an F and I have another O. Okay, so I have two O's, and then I have, okay, so we've got lots of letters. We've got just a couple of numbers, but we will get we're going to get some other clues. We're going to get some signs. We're going to get some personality traits. So we're just going to leave these on the table, just making enough room here for my cards. I've got lots of cards to share, so I just want to make sure I have enough room. Spirit, please share with me for my Virgos. What is it that you want them to know? What is important for them to know heading into this relationship? Any guidance that you have for them? We're manifesting love today, and I would love to hear your messages. Discernment. See the truth of the situation. Use common sense and do not be fooled. Pay attention. Your intuition knows. Do not be fooled. You know, if you feel like you keep making bad choices, or every time I meet somebody, I give them the benefit of the doubt and then I get hurt. Just keep trusting your intuition. You know, yes, you can give everybody trust, and sometimes people, you know, hurt you that way, but you know what's good for you and what's not good for you. So at any point, you can always walk away from something that isn't working, right? Isn't healthy. I have a change. You are transforming. Let go of the past, embrace the light and the joy of this new day. How beautiful. So we're changing, we're growing. Maybe we're getting wiser. We're trusting our intuition a little bit more. That's very important. And then I have confidence. Be bold. Rise up and stand tall. Feel the fire in your soul. So sometimes when we get knocked down, it gives us the confidence to know who we are and to not allow that kind of energy ever into our lives ever again. And they're saying a sacred space. Time for the dreamer in you. Find your power in stillness. In your sacred space is the peace you seek. So while you're waiting, You're protecting yourself, you're guarding yourself, you're growing, you're learning, you're taking care of your soul, your spiritual energy. So you're not going to allow somebody to invade that space that isn't healthy, is how I feel. Like you have some boundaries, you have some parameters around what it is that you want and who it is that you want in your life. And trust me, Spirit knows that. Spirit knows exactly what you want and need. So they're going to bring you that kind of love. So just keep working on what it is that you need. And that energy is going out to the universe. Spirit, what do we have? I have a 4 of Pentacles. I have a Queen of Cups. I have a Death card. And I have an Empress. Now, as you were growing and becoming more confident, how it came into me was this feeling of, I don't want to be in a relationship where you have to hold back. You want somebody to that you can share and express yourself, that you're not afraid to express your feelings. So that 4 of Pentacles came into me as like, I don't want to hold back. I want to be in a relationship where I can let go emotionally, where I can cry because I'm happy. I can look into your eyes when we make love and, you know, be happy and have tears of joy, right? So you don't want to hold back. And if that's really important to you, like I want to love fully. I don't want to have to guard myself or protect myself. I want to be able to love fully and not worry about it. So Spirit knows that. The Death card is a little bit of a feeling of maybe we're going through a transition with, I'm really still, even though it's long gone or it's in the past, I still have some old feelings that I don't want that person back. Spirit just said it was just this feeling of, you know, nostalgia of, I had it really good at one point in my life. I was free. I was emotionally free, and it was somehow taken away from me. But it doesn't mean you won't have it again. I have an Empress, a Queen of Cups. You're in your power emotionally with both of those cards. So right now, my Virgo, this is all about what it is that you want. And Spirit, it's just like a promise. I have the High Priestess at the bottom of the deck. You know, like maybe you have been really working on your spiritual growth. You've been attracting, manifesting, looking into that crystal ball of, you know, I know what I want at this point in my life. And the one thing that's really important to you is you want to attract somebody into your life that allows you to be emotionally free. You want somebody who is emotionally available to accept your emotions, right? So good, bad, or ugly, whatever it is that you're going through on any given day. So that I feel like Spirit knows about you and they want to bring that to you. So that's gorgeous. So just keep taking care of yourself and asking Spirit, what is going to fulfill you is the question. Like, what is going to fulfill you? You know, it's not any one person, it's how you feel. You know, it's the old saying of no one's going to make you happy. So you've really worked on your emotions, you've really grown, and you want to be able to share that with someone is how it's coming into me right now. Spirit, please share with me my person coming into my life's energy. Anything about their personality? What do you have for me? You're going to be in love. So they are going to be able to open up to this energy of emotion. And they're going to want to be in love with you. That's gorgeous. They're an awakened soul. So maybe they're very spiritually connected too, or even bigger. When they meet you, it's this sense of, I've never felt this way before, or you've opened up a part of me that I didn't know existed because you're so in tune with your own feelings. So that is beautiful. Very magnetic energy. Maybe I feel very drawn to this person, physically attracted to this person. Can't take my eyes off of you just came in. I have a detoxing, letting something from my past go. They could be working through some old issues still, maybe an old wound. Maybe they share that with you. It's not going to interfere, but maybe they just are, hey, I've got, I don't want to say skeletons in my closet, but nobody's perfect. And maybe they have some things that they're like, I could try harder, I could do better, something like that. I have a leader. Maybe they are very good at their job. Maybe they are the boss at their company, or they own their own company, or people look up to them somehow. Assertive with getting what they want. Okay. I do feel like they are a go-getter is how it came in. Like, not assertive, aggressive, like, that they intimidate people, but assertive in I'm going to get what I want. I'm going to keep working hard to get what I want, whether it's a goal, an achievement, something along those lines. They're very curious. I always like curious because that tells me that they're going to ask a lot of questions about you. It's not going to be all about them. Okay. They're going to want to know who you are, Virgo. They are going to want to ask questions. They're going to do a deep dive into your soul, Spirit just said, and they're going to want to know everything about you. They're going to focus on you, focus on what makes you happy, what makes you tick, your likes, your dislikes, your routine, what triggers you, how to support you, emotionally, how to be your friend, be your lover, be your partner, how to be there for you. So this is a transforming connection. Maybe this is a taking you from one aspect of your life into a totally different, like I've been single, I've never been married, and this is the person I'm going to live with, the first time I've ever lived with somebody. This is certainly somebody that I see a future with. So it's a very transforming energy. We're taking you from one place in time to a totally different period in your life. So be prepared, be ready. I'm going to say get ready. Okay. Get ready for this because this is going to be real. And transformation is a change in your path, right? And there's distinctive timelines when you look back at it, especially if you're a little bit older and you look back at very significant events in your life. The moment that you went away to college would be a transformation, right? The moment that you had your first child would be a huge transformation. Like there's significant things that happen in people's lives that it's like a moment or period of time in your life that you'll never forget because it takes you from who you are and it makes you into a totally different person. Whether we go from being single to a very committed relationship, even married, whether we go from being never having children to being a mother or a father, so there are moments in our life that are just so significant. And I feel like that's what's happening here. It's that get ready. Get ready for this. What will they feel? I really do love you. And I want you in my life always. I think that this is an always. I see a future with you. I want a future with you. I worry others will pull you away from me. So there's a little bit of feeling of, I don't want to lose you. Now that I found you, I don't want to lose you. The moment I saw you, I knew I was going to fall in love with you. So that chemistry comes in, right? That attraction comes in. I can't wait to touch you, smell you, and just breathe you in. So they just want to get a hold of you. I love the feeling of they're either looking for you, waiting to find you. Can't wait to start this connection also. I became obsessed with you and it scared me. So this worry that someone will pull you away, sometimes we have that fear of like, you could be with anybody, you're drop dead gorgeous, you're smart, you got your act together. There's a lot of people that are interested in dating you and you could be with anybody. So the new energy comes in and they're like, oh my God, why me? And that's just their own self-doubt or insecurities. But we all have that. It doesn't mean this person is an insecure person. It means that you're such a great catch to them. They really don't want to lose you to somebody else. I don't know why, but I always doubt your love for me. Yeah, so there's a little bit of self-doubt. Now, this self-doubt may be just in the beginning as we get to know each other. You are what has been missing in my life. You're my paradise and my heaven. So I've been missing you. I've been wanting you to come forward. I have been searching for you. I wasn't maybe looking for this, or I was just kind of hoping it would come into my life organically. And now that it's here, it's like I didn't realize what I was missing. You know, sometimes you don't realize if you don't have it, you don't know what you're missing. So maybe this person is saying, I didn't realize what I was missing until I found you. The Shadow Queen, accepting knowledge, insecurity, and manipulation. So here's the shadow side. Now, this could be you or this could be them. This feeling of, I've got to get to know my own insecurities, my own vulnerabilities, and I have to just believe that spirit wants me to be happy, just trust that this person wants to be in my life. So that's just some shadow work that maybe spirit wants you to work through. That's okay. The eyes of beauty, positive expectations and clarity. Use your intuition to see this clearly, okay? If this person is attentive to you, they're good to you, they can't wait to see you again, they want to spend time with you, doesn't matter what you're doing, they want to be surrounded by you and their family and friends, and those two worlds start to become one. So positive expectations. And then I have the hungry ghost, obsession, scarcity consciousness, and an attachment. So obsessions with possibly jealousy. Again, that's feeling of, I don't want you to be with anybody else. Maybe one of you, it takes longer to say, I want to be exclusive because you want to make sure. And the other one's just waiting for you to be exclusive, saying, well, I don't want to be with anybody else. I only want to be with you. And they're just kind of holding their breath, waiting for you to be saying the same thing. So we could have some feelings along those lines. That's okay. Spirit, please share with me. What is it you want us to know about this person, this connection? I have a Fool. It's a new journey, new person. I have a Death. I have a King of Wands. And I have a Page of Cups. So it is new feelings. It is new feelings. It could be after we ended something. Maybe that's why we're like, well, I don't know if I'm ready to be exclusive with anybody yet. I like you a lot, but I want to see where this goes. But the feelings are revealed. I do feel that. I feel that, you know, I am open to and excited about this. Now, it's interesting because I was just looking, I study tarot all the time, and every guidebook, every, you know, new deck I read has new things. And it was interesting because in this particular deck, what jumped out at me was the Fool was carrying two books. He's carrying one and he dropped one. And the dropped one on the path indicated the lessons that he had already learned. And the one that he's carrying was the ones that he still has to learn. So you've got somebody here that says, hey, you know what? I don't have a clean slate. I've got, you know, relationships from my past that maybe they're not proud of. Maybe they wish it had gone a different way. But everything happens for a reason. But they're leaving those lessons on the path for someone else to learn them now. And they've got their head held high and they're moving forward because they believe in this new love. They believe in this new energy, and they've walked away from something. They're following their heart, Spirit says, even with this King of Wands. It's, you know, maybe they're just going with their gut feeling with, I've just never felt this drawn to anybody. I've never felt this excited to have met somebody. Maybe your first couple of times that you meet, like right out of the gate, it's just a lot of fun and easy and exciting. So I don't blame this person for being like, I don't want you to see anybody else, like right after a couple dates. And you might be like, well, it's a little too soon for me to say I don't want to see anybody else yet, you know. But I just feel like they know it. They just feel it immediately, like you're the one. I'm going to say it that way. You're the one. Let's see what sign they are. They could be a Leo, self-confidence, loyalty, a Capricorn, ambition, beautiful. I have a Libra, consideration, fairness. And I have a Cancer, nurture, comfort, and protection. So they could be any of those signs. They could be other signs also, but those are the clues that Spirit is giving me today. So we'll just take those. The big question always in the singles reading is when? Spirit, when is this person coming into my life? Do you have a timeline? Anything you can share with me today? I am hearing soon. I got to tell you, I feel soon. Next full moon, look at the stars. The stars are all like aligning. They're all falling into alignment. I love that. Very soon. Not just soon, but very soon. Thank you, Spirit. I needed that today. Thank you. And I have January. Okay, so January is not that far away. You could meet this person very soon. You can meet this person by the summer, but maybe by the winter, heading into next year. You know, recording this in May of 2023, maybe by, you know, January 2024 or even February 2024. We realize that we really want to stay together. We're in a committed relationship. We may be making permanent plans, something along those lines, but it looks good. It feels good. I felt soon. So I'm going to go with what I feel intuitively. Let's grab some sentences. Let's see what Spirit has. I love these little charms that give me a sentence. Sometimes I get some additional letters also, so we'll take those. But I love if Spirit gives me something really exciting. Sometimes I get a great little phrase or a sentence. I do have the letter U. I'll take that. All right, let's see. Okay. Okay. All right, we'll go with that. I don't know. All right, I'm going to go with this just for now, because how it's coming into me is it says you're made fly with, but how it's coming into me is you're made to fly with me. You're made to take off. We're made to just take off together. So I'm going to go with that. Like, you are made to fly with me. Like, let's take this thing off, you know, like, let's just fly, you know, let's just take off and get this thing going. How cool. Spirit, please share with me. What do you have? A wheel of luck. All things are aligned in your favor. Luck is on your side. So all these stars are aligning, right? So luck is on your side very soon. A family. A conflict is resolved. The healing has begun. Now, it's interesting because how that's coming into me is not that this person would bring a conflict into your life. I feel like it's the opposite. I feel like if there is somebody in your life, it could be a friendship even, but if you aren't as close to siblings or you're not as close to a particular parent, something like that, that this relationship helps heal that. They encourage seeing that person. They build the gap between the two of you. Maybe they're the bridge between the two of you when there's, you know, more than one person in the conversation. It makes it a lot easier to talk to that person. But I feel like because this person's in your life, this person believes that you should have a relationship with those family members. I feel like they help repair the damage, is how it came into me. So that would be beautiful if they are somehow the gap or the bridge that connects you back together with some family member that we've been estranged from, something like that. I have control. Assert yourself and take charge of your destiny. Now, in the beginning of this reading, it was a lot about, you know what you want, Virgo. You've set boundaries for yourself. You're not going to settle. You're not going to allow somebody into your life that isn't good for you. Okay. So stay with that. Stay with that. Stay with, you know what? I would rather wait until it's the perfect person than allow somebody into my heart that it's just not going to work, because you know yourself, Spirit just said. Spirit, what do you want us to know about this connection? Some final thoughts and messages. I've got a Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords. I have a Page of Pentacles. I have a Two of Cups. And I have a Knight of Pentacles. This person wants to put in some time and energy into you. Okay. They're emotionally available. They were fine with their emotions. They were allowing you to express yourself. So that was important. I have a Two of Cups. I have an Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So the passion is high. The chemistry is high. It's a beautiful connection. What I love is this sense of, I want to give you time. I want to give you my, I don't know, it could be free time. It could be days off. It could be nights and weekends. It could be, I make myself available to return your phone call or a text. But somebody who wants to put time into you, and knowing full well that they have to put time into the connection in order for it to be successful. So no doubt in my mind, this person's going to do that. You are the one I've been looking for. You complete me, right? So when here we are riding this horse. I don't even know if this is a horse. This is some kind of lion. It's not quite a horse, right? I guess. It looks like a horse. They're riding some kind of lion. You know what? Don't they look happy? They look like they're joyful. They look like, you know what? This is a great ride. What did Spirit say? Like, please, we're made to fly. Come fly with me. The sense of, I want to take off. You are the one I've been looking for, and you complete me. There is this beautiful sense of, you're perfect for me. You're perfect for me. And I think you'll know it when you see it. I think you'll feel it. You are on the right path. The number 17, the angels are guiding you along the way. So look for the number 17. That could be a clue. A spiritual awakening, of course, 1111. If you start seeing 1111 on the clocks, you keep catching it, and you're like, oh my God, what does this mean? It usually means that something big's about to shift, something coming into your life. Your angels are talking to you. I've been taking you for granted. I'm sorry. Now I finally feel the consequences of my actions, and I hope I haven't lost you for good. Now, there may be an episode in the beginning when we first start dating, because they are attentive to you, but maybe they dropped the ball by mistake and you let them have it. And they're like, okay, I won't do that again. So there could be something like that. I only want to be with you. I'm leaving a karmic situation behind. They had that detoxing energy earlier on. So maybe they've got to, get somebody out of their system and continue to release that person. The end of a cycle, 999, a completion. They could be coming out of another connection. That's okay. Magick, 777, you are manifesting your dreams. They had said that you are working on your emotional energy in the beginning, that you know what you want, and you wanted to be able to express yourself and not hold back. You want to be in a relationship where you can love, you can cry, you can say, I'm crazy about you. I'm so in love with you. And no, and have the other person say, I'm so glad, honey, because I feel the same way, right? So whoever spirit wants to bring into your life right now is somebody that I guess you can really open up yourself emotionally. I think that's one of the biggest messages of this reading. It's wonderful when the other person opens up and tells you how much they love you, but you want to feel yourself open up. You want to feel the love kind of pouring out of you. And I think Spirit's going to give that to you as a gift. I really do. I think that's a gift that Spirit wants for you to feel. If only I had the courage to tell you how much I still love you. Okay, so there could be somebody in the background that's thinking about you that would love to have you back. But everything about this reading is you have moved on, and we're bringing in new love. You are manifesting in a rapid speed. 111. Focus only on the positive thoughts. Focus only on what you're attracting to you, what it is that you want, what kind of love you want in your life, and somebody who isn't afraid to say, I love you. That is so important. You're going to hear, I love you. We're going to put this out into the universe. It's going to be a beautiful connection. And we're going to ask Spirit to bring this to you now, very soon, Spirit said. I want to thank Spirit for this reading today. If you're new to my channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Thank you, my Virgos, for your love and support. Claim this reading below. I always love when you do that. If anyone would like to book a private reading with me, go to my website, KathyMamolen, psychicmedium.com.